mbal konton bake mel joint Facebook, YouTube, and in TikTok mbal be konton number flale ko ala baraka bake. Thank you for joining. Nin kachame alonko nin platform mo kumanka kaji. Ngalonko mole linking dunkanne platform auto. Kalbe bismillah ngamul ble join demande rek. Zena awa konte sao Gambia be konton na bake. Nuy naa leen si UDP online bantaba platform bi Facebook, YouTube ak TikTok xam naa ne guddi na nag because almost 21 is to 10 in the UK, so xëj na waxtaan bi du yàgga noonu waaye maa ngi leen a nuyu bu baax a baax. I've got some announcements here that we can just share with you guys. Let me just share this information with my other phone. Let me just see where I can. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, alim balal. Nyanda information o dole share la jam. Gomba nga transform phone la ni telephone doto. It's a share no because but I'm using the other telephone. Hopefully I should be able to start. So Mel join the TikTok. Dukare I'll program on you say tap the screen. Then I don't catch a kono. Me along ko mbele dentala ngalon so put about always important. First of all, Malboni la nyinkalam ko United Democratic Party bankero press immediate release. United Democratic Party invites the media, all Gambians and UDP officials and supporters to Solo Sunday Memorial Day procession. The United Democratic Party, UDP, cordially invites all media houses, all Gambians and United Democratic UDP officials, supporters to attend the Solo Sunday Memorial Day procession on Monday, the 14th of April, in honor of the late Ibrahim Solo Sanding, a courageous martyr of democracy in the Gambia. Event details: date Monday, 14th April 2025, time 9 a.m. Procession starts promptly. Route Tipa Garage to the Youth Monument, Westfield, KMC. The procession will serve as a solemn tribute to Solo Sanding's sacrifice and unwavering commitment to the struggle for democracy, human rights, and justice in the Gambia. His legacy continues to inspire the nation in the pursuit of freedom and good governance. All media houses, journalists, and civil society organizations and the general public are encouraged to attend and to cover this significant event. For further inquiries, please contact Tom Bonsedi, Administrative Secretary for Media and Communication, UDP, on this telephone number 798-7721. Let us unite in remembrance and reform a collective resolve to uphold the values for which Solo Sanding bravely stood. UDP media team. UDP la media team le kibaro bondi ko inshallah tenelungo nyintenelungo e prokarotu tanamo. Ibe event soto la pruka mola blandi tala Solo Sanding na mealon ko afata nyame bengalo ala kelo anala bango kano procession wala moli march kata iko lungo nyin tenel lungo ibe journalist all be commande la je UDP la sympathizers avec Gambia dingol be ay kabe sala talam ko don tole be adati la Tipa Garage kata the Youth Monument Westfield be KNC iko nyin procession nyin anyanta ko mol haklo blandi tala Solo Sanding alo nyima menke Gambia ye mente da fala saya sunta kono pour que démocratie ani hadamani wala nyanto ka bamandi banko kan so ibe mobe commande la je so ñen kibar di mbokay nuy na len si UDP online bantaba platform bi xibar bu joge si UDP media team ñu ngi yegle ne inshallah lundi bi ñëw ni fukki fan ak ñeneen si wéri April dinañ am procession see 14th of April what a start Tipa Garas what a dem to Youth Monument Westfield KMC 9 o'clock si suba ñu ngi invite journalists yi doomi Gambians and UDP supporters pour ñu attend so procession bi lu tax ñu ngi ko def mooy pay tribute to the Lord Solong Ibrahima Solo Sandeng ñëpp xam nañu naka la faatu Gambia naka la dee góor yi Yaya Jammeh ñoo ko rey because he went out to demand for electoral reforms. So Besby is very significant in the history of the Gambia, even though it's in the darkest day of one of the darkest days of our country. So this is an announcement from UDP media team. Wako fi pour ngeen yegle ko nit ñoo xana Gambia so leen ko mën attend ngeen attend ko. Say nga na dun kacha kono bi dama ni rek kacha ñente jam fola back because before nga na jam stroll tan tata platform dole to namra NPP ko le bije be kamfari eden to wacha la bla beto in regards to nyin kibaro men funtita letro me anan ko leak document lom eko Adam Barrow Bama la security ol men nanyanta la padiem jorol bije tata aning eko secretary general fanang aning official odol membe man sekunda wol fanan tamata le to last ila molbe mum fokan ko Uganda but later on ma fu itata damen but NP supporter solbe mum fokan iko itata Uganda le 3.6 million wo manke ko di chahandi 3.6 million dollars ila ngela kifo stadjele mot ke sise ikadi amta coffee time le ngaje standard book ya bale ko man sekunda ko be kisiro kala ka investigate later on in fundita nyame yalong Gambia ndol nga problem wala soto man sekunda should they be upset about the leakage of this letter ntebe nyini nkarol because this should be for public consumption mangi Adama Barrow la private trip ni ngata Adama la own kodo akawole bondi at Minister of Finance fela abala molle instruct la te yara la kodo bondi ya tiketo sanga bamay security men natata ya ijo but anything public man sekunda manyana kamfala why that letter is in the public domain banku jama biji they have what they call whistleblowers act whistleblower wala insiders wala même le système okono ni aje ko njunjaj be kala kam tinyaro be kala man sekunda ya information ta ya di media house ya leak pour ko njunjaj kele Ghana ya sotole ke vadia soto Lesotho, Banku Jama Babiji, ala Google, number of African countries have got this Whistleblowers Act. Dalulo ameneka whistleblower protect. Wolom pruka jenko kele. Mansekunda ite left jenko le kele la. You should be very happy what happened. But MP Bingo, they are very mad at some of us. But inte I don't care. I don't give a hook. I don't give a hack. MP Bingo. Mbemem folali bring na Bakari Badji la padiem letter on lik jam wo fana yenin kampa kele woleke Bakari Badji la supporter solving online itara radio to iko they would investigate to find out jumala ni letter leak lolu fan la mujé where did that investigation end akata nyadi le and at the end of the day they are coming out with the same threats Ali screen or tap afele Facebook ben remind ko swipe malo nyari I don't know what's happening Al F1 ma but the Malon for live new is still on I don't know fast stop Taliban Malon because I saw something you fenne for is the live still on so NPP nga do fo biji kono na benta platform dole to bifana na benta after nata diamoti mbe nata you understand thank you Bambas I ain't threatening the phone kwate ba for la Gambia police ole ni defrata Gambia inte arrest wala adu boy ti membe Swiss adu boy ndefana mba for la Gambia ole melbe Swiss ya fo nyo jumalo adu boy ti fadanga interest to adu boy lo because ni mo kawe sambale kalo adu boy be Europe janne Europeans ite nata to abdu jang mang fel lonje bari malo inata jang ibe siri nyame Swiss malo bari moye bonan Gambia yana goto la tubab du jang iko ka banko dingole threatin te mang sila andung mansa kundala letter or letter me alan ko ju njaajula ninte se husedle blo sitama mba sala social space le watch on Gambia kanyin kibarol men bebo ndi Gambia GRA and inside institutionally ka kibarol men bondi watch on Gambia mantara Gambia mo le system ko na men ka information dila and wolom banko din kenda yati so lafeta men fola Gambia noli alinga tonya sabati na banko kan nga moyele be talabula iko talib ben suda la commission be men fokan talib ben suda kan talib ben suda tata Dakar janna mo ki i control mo share barinko muna natol ma share nale information also on talib ala share don't rely on the commission nada talib yo kuriale ke actually information also evidence also what stops you who stops jumala yal stop pour ka share because ngamera pour ka UDP silence ni atol kaneba to commission la report of ngola nale any stain sort of on Lord Mayor Talib Bensouda or Alaj Usenu Dabo or Kiaman Yankuba Dabo, any of the UDP leadership, Kiaman Landin Bisane, Mayor Rohilo. I think it's in your interest, Alphaneo information on share. Sergeant told UDP will just zip our mouths. But UDP, I told Faname Barola Mol Gelaya, but you are just relying on revelations at the commission. Commissioner, more like a testimony laji. Right? Testimony is Mafrika member for Fanyalonde. But you cannot compare it to your government caught red-handed. Number one, UDP man you letter osafe. Nimboda State House le. Alla chief of staff from Birim Peter Gomez ya nyini kaka ko bari letter likta nyadi la abotato officer ko ikaye memfo ntema laboy ikaye memfo wolom. It must be somebody within the system. And now the logic thing is why somebody in the system when you letter of Siala because I'm unhappy what is going on. And right now the debate is on. They are trying to justify Iko Adamabaro Obama is part of the immediate family. Ngo Alinkana nyo nene. Nimbi gam yemo appoint as an ambassador. Monati naman sa kunda abuka tiketo jo Obama ni famae, ila brother and everything because they're also part of the family. Nibe mosa bal ambassador yala ngamre ka tiketo jo la musole ila wulu dingol man se ko nako wolle tekkiya mona ne buge Bama fanon ko mani ko Bama e dun delegation ko no e fama o e bari Adama Barrow Bama Gambia government man yanatra responsible lemala under the framework first family Adama la musolu a dingolu ngamera wol fon ni tata for 18 years ndela jeroto di dingol fon man yane tekkiya wala hina bring me example di la jam wala hina bring Bata Medu dunta diplomatic passport scandal kono Bata Medu did the right thing ako ay bray diplomatic passport nyina Bama yi anata ka sayndi because lonne ko amanya na Bama is not entitled to it bara la musota mo sayndi de because lonko under the law ala muso e right to the diplomatic passport and I'm told that was not our problem. Gambia nak nilla fi da tonya sabati ndalaji we have to be prepared banko document easy lo si gob nga gadu ko ndese wo sedeli mam fisa tala solo sandenti atol la moy la kilin bi jall mam fisa solo sandenti alla banko di yamantara nyaato al malla dimbayal kanu ka tamiselo sanne am muso babul le dingol babul but he paid ultimate sacrifice for that country because alfred Gambia le bokkole yakono Gambia mambo mbotale so sayinga tilimbali ya soto na banko kan jenkobe na banko kan audit report will be funtila right everywhere so ni audit report of funtila president kana ka foko wo mu me opinion lati ni ngatara Adama Barrow la man sekunda ni jenko kre dawda wallahi nka Adama ja aka step star pour ko malol sama kiti la comment ye statementa iko Usenu Bojang allegedly wale wo 2 PI officers all far saying man sekunda is doing everything they did everything ya arrest ibasema kan kitoro ninga barola man sekunda je silakan even Bakari Baji bring alay padie mo sunya di ala musola nim baroy action ta woto no ko Bakari nyim menke ente se who said wallahi I will have a lot of confidence in Adama Barrow even though namanta party killing but Bakari is still minister even though what Bakari did no sober president should have kept Bakari nim president Odolom Bakari would be sacked or Bakari be resigned So nintol nyabe nyinna banko kan ti nyarobe kela NPP ngol ngal nyini ngam ne la, what do you expect me nintenga nyi letter soto? So should I just keep it on my phone, then I allow these illegal things to continue, or just like bring a bakari baje joko ay padiemu sunyala ay diala musola mbali nyini ngaka ngal kalmo misil mo leti fonta nyanta ndey la wala le bang ngabola way padiemu nyi sunya bari ndela wala letoro funtundo NPP ngola lil la moy wonata kayra wulu banko e bakari nata diamuta interview tani Omar Wale, at least he was honest ako ye tonya lombari ako yate fanan advice le wrongly, which I don't agree with, because bakari ought to know better. Ni minister do fongo diamuta nga fo life to le biri woketa minister fongo ko bakari nyanta lonna le ko tonya ito la musul they are not entitled to it bento minister to fola baro minister ko nyele ko ha mona ne mam bakari kumandi dume na yakacha nkai ndake la bam far because ni nga bakari baji ko latina telephone sikal yes nkai ne ko atolu nalbe nyim palaso to albuka mo la telephone sika oto mo bebe struggle ko no alli mol se diam Amad Ba oto mo ya call la telephone sika bar sa ni Adam Amad Ba call, you have to be a VIP pour Adama Wareke, very prominent NPP person. Adama Amad Ba la telephone sika. But an ordinary citizen, sakoni along kete mo opposition roleti ni Amad Ba call la telephone sika. So why would I call Bakari Baji? So Nyanda Mengela, I put it out there in social space for Bakari to come and defend himself, because ni fani alon no. Bakari Ba fola leko to nyalo ni mo fani alti. But why did he return the money? Paid back. Why did he pay back the money to the state? And the Bakari Baji tend to lawala. Kakodonyi murunu ranke sokono. Even though the act was wrong, but he did the right thing. And alamuso, Isita, they refunded that money, £2,400 back to the state. NPP ngol mbali nyini ngala natol mo banko din kendoti because albe nyini TikTok live men na albe wurla jana albe tobla albe dalila. Nde Sehu Sedili ninga UDP ngo UDP ka jebe ju njajla ebe corruption la ya kinye. I will call for that to be addressed. But in terms of opposition already, in terms of NPP support already, opposition me ku kilin fola liya jam. United Kingdom nali I remember na deputy wol na dunta scandal kono jam malo sanjuma la metale domandi mobi 15 years or more ago asiata woti. Second allowance claim by the British MPs. Biri wo letter on yin fundita for media ma fundi ye deputy wol expose. But what mansa kunda inata maneke MPs ol na raje ko ibe kodo nyin jola le back ye mutale red handed hada marin kendo ka woleke. Bija nibe tarla kamfari hamba investigate. Why do you guys always come out? We have to investigate this. Nte nyine fonkante jele. Because biri bakari baje fanana letter o likta. They said they're going to investigate who looked the letter, and they got nowhere. Yemol commanded the ministry, National Sports Council, but it be jumale muta. Yalong in this internet age, NPP ngol mbal nyini ngala kukelena. In this internet age, it's going to be very difficult pruka momota. Official, mansakunda official ko operate nyame. Ntenga doko ke mansakundale. Letter robo ko dum mo kilimbulo kono. Yalong dunia fongo tambita nyina barintal nte lafita idea dole di la ja barinte o di lalla because ningo di alla yeah MPL la second home. Thank you type sao there's a suggestion here lafta men di la barin bamfal manta free consultancy de la MPP ngol later all ka du nyame system o kono ika file le soto akata registry's office, so another registry's office I tar from one to passing akata permanent secretary. This letter came from State House. Yeah? About a State House le Omar Jibala Yasafe. Omar Jibala Yasafe after the finance. But after the finance, obviously, atol balo na nyari ko albida juba fanal yadu al nyadu menala karete la bondi. But even nanata le mo accuse ko itele le ro bondi. The burden of proof is on you guys ka fuko karle bondi. Me example le dia kan ninte Sehu Sedili tata na official to jam. Ne doko la dani. Jam mo be ni la doko kata fun ini telephone le kata. But in dollar UK jam Jang system is advanced and people don't deal with files anymore. Yeah. So in that example purposes, in that file of that deck shot. File out filling out mu killing la desktop at dollar desktop. How do you find out between those three people? Jumale later in click. How? Ibalo na nyadi. Nim file out mo killing there. Only one person from 1 to B. Even that. How can it? Like for example, if later about a Bambasia, and I don't say who said it. I'm just giving an example. Ibalo na say but who tells you that Bambas from our league? I'm just giving an example. The letter came from the chief of staff. Chief of staff officer on Abarol. Chief of staff from fire league, family, who knows? Who knows that chief of staff from the letter on your league? Let's think outside the box. So it's going to be very hard for you to know who leaked the letter. But a lot of time waste, a later investigation or wasting state resources, and only a more victimize, and the person should take you guys to court. Because by now, only Mansakunda Sobe Olbegambia, Aliganta whistleblowers act to Ghana Yasotole. Insiders will protect. More you're involved in anything illegal, fraudulent, public service, or private sector. Nalbe from Kunju Njajla. Insider BG, I informational leak. Mansakunda Sobe will call protect le. Puruka Tilingo Sapatini Bangkoka. NB Bingolu, they are very mad at me right now, but that's fine. That's fine. I have no problem. They can tell a balu bulu. Neo fanantal bulu. Anu alayalo ne konga kukendo leke. Ninyi mu classified information to where Gambia national security is at stake. Nananga ndela Adama Barola salary nga sotole. Nangal remember Adama Barola wage slip after that ndela nga soto before watch on Gambia. Meta vola bantabaja but namana share al nana yagere nga share. Even though Adama is president, ala personal information on the salary or whatever. Minister Sola Sara Mela wage slip or share. What's on Gambia la share? Ntama share. You understand? Because in that case, we made a mulligan and figure a code. Bringo Adama Baroka 500,000 every month. Yeah, and people in Gold say we still be woolly fall. But very watch on Gambia wage slip was in a talon consultant told you Malabe woolly fall. Let me tell you guys one thing. I'm too responsible. Kana bantaba. Kadiamo kotenki. Just man show men and cover a man show. But ninga come over me and I'm explicitly show. Ganajan. Adamaka wuli kemelu lesotonial aro. Minister Sol they get about 200,000. Nga rohi John Manjana salary slip ojele. Tala ndem siya ala badara juv ala salary slip ya dinale. Adama Barola salary wage slip ya dinale. Most of the 3 or 4 ministers. But ma share. Ma na Facebook because more personal data. Sometimes I try to be very responsible because here. But this one is not personal. This one is government, taxpayers' money. Bagari baji yakuro menta mankala personal Gambian or taxpayers. Wala nanga information or share, and I have no regret about it. Right? NP bingo mbadiam gatole. Anu NP bingo NP balaftanala. You can call in here because it's a platform. Ma warambosi baringa kotonda wasile. It's a platform. All right? Because in that je ninga nendiro sotoje ntelenga si infola. Man mako just mo. Why? Gambia suñ buga Gambia dem si kanam dañoo dox si dega ni nga mengo men soto ji mbalo na ko mbeddu ko la na bankoe wole latan kan but I have no regret about it. Nelson Madiba Mandela a lot of like create South Africa at a prison for 27 years. So mbavola adubo yeko Mandela went to prison for 27 years. In the end, Mandela saw Maloba. To our Mandela was a criminal. But Mandela manka criminal today. Ya kumani to bail. But in the end, Tonyale Sabatida. Ndese who said it, Manta mola private matter bondi social media. Because ndete mola private matter bondi la social media. Ye video dole kinyan jang 1 month ago. Modobe Europe jang. Tumanda bella moikan. musu fulalom wala na ko you don't know who's your true friend. You can be dining and whining with somebody ko Bob Marley yamnefo. That person can be your worst enemy. Ini mo sita no yo albeta nyoya alba fu nyo komandila mino na hariti falkan maybe alsal dingol tola nyola albe tinya na nyola bonkono bare tumando ala la lom fo mu ite teri kendel ti mom fo amu artificial friend fo camouflage friend number malo nyim musu fu lolu kilingo be doku wala interior do malo medami ala friend nyimbe moto kono abe bluff kan sunkuro nyimbe interior abe kodi control ka hajan alela men story la jande anala frame moto kono telbe asingo baro ka loto dulal tabe kodo kontila be wa man mom yalon kon tenin mo chahanol buka kitron tew kan mol men comme ka show off so anim membe moto kono ndela jeroto wala record bari wobe aba yuti ka mandingol ka fo yuti mala yuti ka fo surwa ka moto nyamen aba yuti ka na babal he to nyalon kon ndeni bambas be moto kono ndebe kodi kondo la bambabe yese ite kawa ite okani ite mo kodi tiol tenin waran let's put it all the way around bambas be kodi kono tenga bambas record secretly so ala friend ya record because ala friend wasn't happy akafol ko nyimu kufannaleti video kinyana ngala moy I refuse to share the video on social media. You know why? Because image lebeje of third party modo lebe koma. That person was innocent. I'm very careful janimbe akla. Because membe koma woman recording ke because niwe recording ke nyato ngote funtila back. 1 + 1 is 2. So ngalo ne kontela jero to membe nyato wole nyindo record secretly. So I lafita purunga lady ni expose because womu ni lady ni mo accountability government ministry anu lady ni fanang hajan katla aka kibirle yalon dunia hanasa million le be bulu ifam maji you don't need to show off ni 1 billion be bulu you don't need to for ndol hajan lafta hajan la bag so nata 1 + 1 ken ko nying ninga nyim video share nse boy muso membe koma innocent character because afana mbetta la video ni foninga video ni edit so I refuse to share that video. Thankfully my video is online because maybe ya kinte da mali so nada source nyinka explain why intention share because mole bota mokoto ay video ni ta ayala friend natal bari bringa kumo kachajam abadi ma the lady meye membe dokola mum account onodi abama mu ala broda bije wo mu big fan of UDP online bantabaleti wakatu janla moyla biringa ya nyim moyi aya lon ko mbala sister la fala cousin number automatically ako seku kan karel la ko another reach out to me nkatata duma para anata su ko be explain ko do nyi sotata nyame yara fo ko do manke man sekonda koditi atala sataroro ngamera la brother dol bije wole kodo ki wo sister from Europe jang pour project wala me yalan ko family nyanta kala bar sister nying ka kodo transfer la so sister nying tado kodo leta kodi pakatol dara ba hajan kan sa ko nyako dega ko nyako tete to nyafle brother nyi maybe abel la moy kan so ngay ko barente fo mam video nyi share dalilo mena masya lafta natale ka my sister advice jang ko haklutu nin kodo be buli ko kodo fo show off na de be paketol kontle be hajane ba fala man ma fa neka man ma waji man duma anda ak ko xamne ko man I only go with high class people what hajan bobu non e bo foka meye wo mari man kontan wala a juso ba dimila aye record so edo bondi pour molier expose ni if that video fell into the wrong hand that video would have been on social media. But I did not do it because modole be koma me alon ko womu innocent character and ningo can difference do kasija wala nan ko ngada. But let me tell you guys, any public document ndebulola ataka particularly involving corruption, illegal payment, NBB ngol mbasi yalale. If whatever it costs me, I'm prepared for it. Mbafola lejam. Right? Tomorrow Gambia balo nalako Adam Barola Masakunda ka Sehu Sedili kele munela. Sehu Selibe jenkole kele kam. I'll be very proud person. Ninga taranga safero le bondi falsely accuse you. Waranga talenka document and law forge. Purka Baro implicate. That's criminal. Ninda taranga Masakunda letterhead forge, for example. Nga signature forge. Nga safero ke nga false fenko la barokan. Yes, because that's criminal. But I'm working with whistleblowers to try to expose corruption. I think every patriotic Gambian should be proud of Sehu Sedili. And people go, Ali Alal found Jibe in the mirror. Alal found Jibe for Sehu be Kurial Laba. Alga UDP men for the UDP in Tolmantara in government. The last time I checked, Maja UDP member Jang, Ayala Muso Joe or Abama Joe illegally. Nale electoral sota. Allah expose, just like Ntolkalta expose Nyame. Please, local government commission. If any UDP official is involved in an act on corruption, if the letter is shared on social media and they say who said Mantamari defender, whoever the person is, I am not defending any UDP member involved in an alleged corruption. Mavo moye wuli comment Lord Bayo Taliban Suda Kedanyaming, iko because I mole ki katala visa process in Dakar. Womanke corruption. Atol malo minister jelle ke la drive all ki katela visa sol pro because Gambia Benjamin, most of these European embassies are in Dakar. Agamta ala ju seno dabo bida ala Spain. Ala visa to the process Dakar. Because Spanish embassy is in Dakar. They just have a consulate in Gambia. Remember a visa issue. So ni Taliban should have a visa nila. I drive all key. 4 women na padie mo sotola because by law ni mo tata Dakar or Guinea-Bissau, he or she is entitled to per diem. Ni letter of men fundita teng. Because Secretary General and official letter to Uganda. Let's say example, there are 5 of them. Ngala mo aussi. Because Mamra Secretary General ni mo lulu bita Uganda. Obekala mon tribunal. Secretary General will not go with 5 officials from the office of the president. Let's say they went for 2 weeks and they are paid £200 per night, just for example. Yeah? £200 multiplied by 14, that's £2,800. Neo multiplied by 5, you convert into dollars, roughly is about $1.7 million. And I'm saying at the extreme end, that's 5 people. So what happened? Where was the remaining? Because 3.6 million used to jam. The 2 million was spent on Mintole. You're telling me 2 million was spent on Pruka Barobama Samba. And this is why the letter is vague. Because Jama Mansakunda la letter near Safiroke, Akake, one mission letter, like we want to pay per diem for this official. So why match the 2 together? Because then Bugari lo Gambian si. Imagine saying bring the amo fundita and people support all if fundita ko ha nyimu trip fulality ha permanent mail letters of state house wala mistake amanya na nyu cool be dundala nyokono amanya ne be majla ke into one. That is not the issue. The issue is, and I want Gambians to investigate. But if the office of the president could ask finance ministry to pay for security officers that accompany Mbajuma Jallo for her medical checkup, what would stop them from asking finance to pay for the medical expense? Because Niela Molu Moile ko Senegal Mansakundale Wojo, where is the evidence? And again, it begs the question: if Senegal could be magnanimous, if Macky Sall could be magnanimous to offer to pay for Adama Barrow Obama treatment in Dakar, when na Senegal man security de Obama in Dakar. She could have gone with one security officer. Waitaraje, Babe Macky Sall la bankole kan. Macky Sall could ask a close protection most of Babeta Adama Barrow Obama and save the country. Mbali nyini kala muna na nyimangi. Because Macky Sall and Adama Barrow are extremely close. And this is the mother of your colleague president, womina Dakar munati na Senegalese or security officers or man protection de ala ni ko mo ay mo clean yeta memba kanta la pleno kono one can understand but ni futa Dakar then Macky Sall la security could even receive these people at the airport mo saba fon ala loftan bunato Senegalese security sa because wolle Senegal lon to lañi security akam dal go ni president be travel la jama ni la ADC le kada ni la protection with few close protection bari be banko men kan ni frata je wolle ka security wala de na liaje UN itala meeting president be secret service le katare dala because America la government by law international law ni adama baro frata America fo jana be bola je to lebe marala la security just barona la security katale wo mu formality le to but secret service wolle be marala protection na bota America banko kan ñom sen yoon neku fa but as long as adunta America so ning adama baro bama futata Senegal na Senegal la security no adama baro protect why paying such a colossal amount of money almost 2 million and just the mathematically about alco the two items you will amalgamate and Secretary General and all official let's say at the extreme and 1.7 million even if you pay 2 weeks per diem for 5 officials for 14 days that will be about 1.7 million so where did the 2 million go li moy wax bi way naxante bi mo bari njuuj njaaj ñi mo bari te Africa xam nga lan moy problème Africa luñ kuñ dé xex moy ku xamné dafa bugga indi dega ci deka bi ko xamné mu ngi bugga teglo nguur gi on track today Adama daf ma wara jox médaille if Adama was a clean guy ak kep ko xamne mo gëné lettre bi dafa wone he Sehu dal even buma jene padiye mi Bakary Badji Sehu Adam Barrow thank me for that because at least the money went back to the state coffers but ndere Adama sees me as a bad citizen NPP supporters in the diaspora ñoo xamne ñu ngi talabu ci TikTok bi dama babe jebe bulu bal ni maral long yes I control lo banko di njawolti ndol kata tende me masakunda toti nyakan ngo ndamal toti nyade ningal ka ku kendo ke bi ndebe ñin letro fonti nandal bam ninga tara ñin letro ñing it's something positive ndata bondila yes bam farta bondila ntem opposition olti atol ndeta la PR kelali ali MPP media sosole ali 40 million de media houses sol men alta kodo di wala PR kali nde my job is to hold you to account because man kontana la man sa kondala biring Suleiman Ben Soare ñi ne ka jam Ibrahima Ji Sankreta da talabu coffee time ako itolbe wo sulale muna ne ma Suleiman Ben Soare soon because they know the implications a lot of things would come out code man ke blatere ka foko al clean rights nde I'm very responsible what I'm not sure of I will say allegedly but what I'm 100% sure of I will never invoke the word allegedly nta mbam far so nada jane pruka di amu gambiano li ko na banko tonya mba alondila wasila le kan de tonya alondila nakaro kande ale molu nyini nga UDP family almante tumando altentelon nte haninga ko dolje me alon kon opinion ka fole dol ka kam fan kama yes nka kam fan kama but in this world tonya e ba fole let anybody momo lafti kam fale kama ntema I'm not a perfect person I have my bots like anybody else but ngamere ni moy ku kendoke e kamali temtule ya fa jayi bari NPP ngol kamune campagne social media dol bi je ka example ol di fo ka example ol men fo di nga doje woko alaji Usedo Dabo ni baro tamata nyolale kata UN General Assembly after mol nata correct afon ko akon dol katu baro jalay la men alaji Usedo Dabo has never traveled with Baro when he was vice president so nada nyen ko le address jam and mo kana sila be rest assured that ilanin threat ikanim memfotenko they will investigate the legal is all mumbo jumbo. They are not going to do nada. They are not going to get anywhere because your similar threat like Kenyunjang. Ibrahim Silame along on Nabrodalom, automatic information minister. And another the same coffee show la ko itolibina Saratole Landila to stop leakage of government documents. Iko they are tired. And look, the hypocrisy is this. Biri Ibrahim Silabe nung opposition yala kaya jami oppose. Ibrahim Silaka contain any information leaked from APRC government. Fo ya jami la manse kona fana manke jom manse kona. Ndol membe struggle ko no jang atol NPP jama babe jang albe diamalo wotu mo ninga information o bonni tol be freedom radio. Ninga ya jami la kubarol bonni jang alka contain ño xamne dañu dé tatu. Waaw panderi yo ya waji dem si yalla panderi alama ne manin ko farkalay panderi mom mo kendoleti panderi katatene yena nge def liggey bu baax je society be nimbe of the same thing ke kam barola government. Why should there be any bone of contention with that? Why should you have an axe to grind with that? Why are you guys upset? Now the merit or the demerit of the discussion should focus on where them think of kibare because ninyim letter is just about per diem of the secretary general. Contact any letter from Sierra phone. That's Sierra. Because there's nothing illegal about it. The secretary general nabe tamala in the per diem of the and that's intellectual phone down. I get a lot of information. Some of them I don't even share it. Some of them near for me, drunk. Okay. The ngalo ne ko man team yar keji. So lafeda NPP ngolu dem la nen buga advice ngen by the threatened niti. All right. Kafoko binto le man sekunda aduna defa guda tanka. Adu boy menkante threaten because abe jikirin ne ko an la molle be man sekunda. Sama, what about if the table turn? Then in Jibril Fadia, let me tell you an example. Mobe Alango Jibril Fadia was a staunch supporter of APRC. But Jibril Fadia namananto threaten jande. Then in Jibril Fadia kakacha telephone to go to struggle kono. He had high regards for me. But what mean akatele APRC radio to aka baro ya jame support. And I can't freedom la told make a freedom la me wotumo aka call ke jaka contribute. Jibril Fadia has never threatened anybody because Jibril Fadia knows nenguri ya jame one day it will go. So ni adu boy be lamoy kan. Adu boy defal ndanga. Adu boy adu na defa guda tanka. Te nguri baro mo fa nek elek nguri baro. Where are the Macky Sall supporters? Te Macky Sall didn't go to exile. So stop intimidating people just because you think the party you support they're in power. I will not involve you in anything, any act of criminality. Funding unconsciously. And let me tell you one thing, if it is a security document, Gambia security will be compromised, I would not share it in as much as I despise Barola government. If any file is sent to me, which is a classified document, may Alongo as a Gambia security put at risk. Wallahi phone modo ya share. But apart from that, ninga any document sort of me Alongo jujanjan sunya rombam far I am very stubborn. Let me tell you guys, I can be very, very stubborn. I learn rhetoric on TikTok. Look, yala la gum. Na life be alale bulo kono, amantara al bulo kono, and in dunia asemenya onya mbebi tan danko la manseta lala. So naluman lafi moli ala kurial bondi, ali kuria ko stop. B ni te bekala NPP dinkendoti. Namara bete ba fala barola man sekunda en ko nalka ku kendo ke manana letteral be be siala le ba para albita ala TikTok albe kamfala albe tankala UDP ngol kama albe mol threatening la alla ñu treatment tul samba dulato because ñi wularo ñin tilibulo bringa o screenshot je ya kinyana defo ngamera na ani Malik Mbay. Yes, thank you ML Jabi. Jibril Fadia Baba Tal ibe kana no freedom la wotmo ni ka kacha so nga tulum ka jele ko wole politiko lon ne ko politiko aduna defa guda tanka diri ngani screenshot oje ya kenna media timo kono rek ni na source ye ñoo connect anu ndani na source boka de yamu what's up la Wale follow because nte now I go WhatsApp is sometimes I'm all safe back. Even though you can follow encrypt, but sometimes information can compromise. We have another app. You can communicate that into app for la legend. Yes. So alkal fongol le batandi. Altal kuken dolke. Janal bi dal ba folal be mulu investigate la carle ni fenko leak carle ni. Nga information dole for rambulo kono jang 2 days ago. But I didn't talk about it. I let it slide. Because ningofu abe personal relationship will affect la. I let it go. Nina colleague dole diam danga gono manta nyin kachala. Foni modo ya kachade. That shows how responsible I am. In as much as I'm into politics, but I'm also very cognizant of things to say and things not to say. In fact, mbeo follow another information don't ambulo kono, but manta o follow jam follow. Allegedly involving one of Barrow's ministers. So we are working on that information. The day I have got complete information, feel like your total information boob. Alama ale Gambia bondi nyin kola ya kono. Lungolung Barola man sekunda about a power. Albalo nelko the level of corruption menkada man sekunda is unprecedented. In my view, this government is by far more corrupt than Yaya Jammeh's government. I could be wrong. Records can prove me wrong tomorrow. But for now, the level of institutionalized corruption in Barrow government far outweighs that of the Jammeh administration. And one day Gambians will come to realize this. Some of them have now started buying Cordal abroad at the expense of taxpayers' money. They transfer monies to third parties to try to cover up. They think that can save them. The world is connected. Account all the third party, third nations. Just because Allah fital fonle alman lafi any paper trail. Niki loydef yalla munko jis. Lolota, I'm very proud of Alaji Usenu Dabo. Yes, call us. Some of us are loyalists. I'm a very proud loyalist of Alaji Usenu Dabo. You know why? I am going to reiterate that here. This is the man who worked at the Attorney General's chambers and resigned because he saw things that were wrong, that were the things that he wasn't happy with. He went and formed his own legal firm to defend innocent Gambians. Most of those cases he did them pro bono. He represented poor masses. They could not afford legal fees. Lawyer fees, lawyer Joe amanka kodicha handi. Dolu bije deunta. Itadalaji oseno dabala bunda kongkong I represent. He's a patriotic citizen. This is a man who was appointed as foreign minister under the coalition government in 2017 and brought Gambia back into the Commonwealth. This is the man who served his country. And up to today, Barrow's government could not bring out any case. Kafuko, yes, he's corrupt. The only thing that they criticize him for is arrears on his tax payments, because they talk about that. But that shows the bias in these people. When you look at that list, tax arrears and tax arrears. How many of us in Europe here have tax arrears? What is criminal? Being criminal is tax evasion. Tax avoidance is not a criminal act. Some of you may not know the difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe was not involved in tax evasion. manana la tax area sol fonkana most of aka cleanol jama represent dol be ke buka joro keno ake represent molbe tuwabu du jan they have got tax areas where alango they even tola UK jan inland revenue molbe Angleterre jan probably they are listening molka areas of inland revenue inika jo ika payment plan okay ika fo ka demandi jo for all mo criminal already manana man ko nabu ko also nit da nga wara xam dara bala nga duga Alhaji Ousainou Darboe is a decent man 101. There are a lot of lawyers in that list, but they all castigate. But they can't Alhaji Ousainou Darboe ha tenin. Nimbarola Mansekunda has an iota of evidence on alleged criminality of Alhaji Ousainou Darboe. By now, I saw what I am kitiola because bi baromang mo Congo banko kang mentamida Alhaji Ousainou Darboe. Aka nyingole jela fe ka fo kom suma papa barangani yotai. This is the man. From there, he was going to be appointed as the first vice president of the Gambia under this coalition government. Baroya Komanda Akaiko left the vice president. Because of his honesty, Akaiko Ntela Sanjo Atina Ntekela no vice president. Keno Gambia. Honesty le tambila wala. Ye dolo nyini ngale me anko la sonjo tambida wol ko ha because of he left la palasoti. They were not honest with Barrow Kafa Kontekela no vice president because no senjo tambida. They misled Barrow. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe did not mislead Barrow. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe was upfront because loyal emati. Akai Kontekela no vice president in Sanjo Tambitalale. That time under Jame, near age of 65 soto, itekela no vice president. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe Tambita 65 at the time. Wala na Barrow turned to Pruka Madam Fatimata Jallow Tambajanki vice president. But that went on and went for 6 months. Gambia vice president because Birin Tonya Fundidako Fatimata Jallow Tambajang was over age. They had to go and amend that section of the constitution. Well, in the Gambia's later, there was no vice president because Barrow kept that position for Fatimata Jallow Tambajang. But the Biri are falling. Yeah, and if Fatimata Jallow Tambajang Tago Yobal, I Alhaji Ousainou Darboe vice president. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe accept because Alonko Wotumo, it was not illegal. He doesn't involve in anything illegal. I vice president yake fajita. Momang fen sotola. Kafo I corrupt practice like because no oketa Barrow would have prosecuted him now. Ni diamote ko Barrow mu niti jamala. Niti jama bidna dem si podium mu threaten nit ne. Manduma bay president bi be digu sangam nangam. Buguma se delu. Kadu Barrow yi. So this is why I'm loyal to Alhaji Ousainou Darboe. Another thing, Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, the Fahehal Gambia, Tahawasi podium, they expose the corruption of Yaya Jammeh. Time bobu ñu bari ñeme ñu ton di challenge Yaya Jammeh. Man suma maasi tapit yi melni man ñeme ñu wax Yaya Jammeh dara sax in Gambia. Why mom daf daan challenge Yaya Jammeh. Da ngeen fàtte di Basse incident. Da ngeen fàtte di Denton Bridge. Da ngeen fàtte ñaata UDP supporters lañ door Gambia. Time bobu ñaata opposition ñoo doon génna di am interviews di wax Yaya Jammeh dara. I feel la de. Maybe mun nga compter PDOIS ñoom tam dañ daan challenge Yaya Jammeh digala. Andi ba Halifa Sallah Honorable Sidia Jatta. Waaye time boobu ñu bari nekkutoon góor si dëkk boobu de nañ leen waxante dëgga tey you expect who said li di tollu si stage bi mu ne Alhaji Ousainou Darboe war naa koo bàyyi ma dem si kanam kon man loolu man suma góor yaa bi passé na loolu yes xoma keneen de so su Alhaji Ousainou Darboe dafa amoon dara under his skeleton de noba dara the man go support just because I'm going to support. I will be doing this service for this country. And let me make that clear to you guys. Kii dafa bëgg réewam. Nit ku bëgg réewam la. Because 2021 xeex mënoon a am Gambia waaye moom moo ko stop. He pleaded with our supporters not to go out in the streets. Some of them were very angry. ba ñeneen ñi mere ko ne paa bi moom court rek Alaaji Ousainou Darboe ñu dañ sonna pour dem court yow every time court. Alaaji Ousainou Darboe mu ne bugguma benn doomi jàmbur dee si mbedda bi because of man. Niti jaama moo dee def loolu. am na ñu ko dee criticize loolu ba léegi. so léegi suñ àgga si stage bii man UDP santuñ ma def lii man maa ngi yàgg naa si suma liggéey bi ba ma nekkoon freedom. That's my work and I will continue. I love doing it as well. Yàlla def ñu indi some of us in Europe for a reason. wax naa ko fi keroog yàlla du dee def lu bon xëy na su ma nekkoon Gambia mënumaa def liggéey bi foofu. yàlla su bëgg a dimbale réew ñeneen ñi def leen dee soriloo si dëkk boobu noonu ñu dem fu sori. That's why we came here. We joined the struggle. We exposed Yaya Jammeh's bad. Eventually, Danka, we cut off the branches. We disabled the enablers of Yaya Jammeh through our words, through exposing them. And by this, through the same method, inshallah, however long it may take, we will succeed in disabling Barrow administration. So this is the tip of the iceberg. I thought when Bakari Baje's per diem case got leaked, this government would have learned lesson to say this will not repeat again. But no, they didn't. I had another document from Ministry of Finance. That's why it's laughable when they said my source is at the Ministry of Finance. It's laughable. If my source is at the Ministry of Finance, you think I would expose finance? No. That document did not come through finance. The person who even exposed that Bakari Baje per diem is not at the Ministry of Sports. Somebody can be at another ministry and expose something at the office of the president. I shared another document here from Gambia Ports Authority. That time, I think I was in Germany. I shared the document. Within a minute, I deleted it. Yes, I deleted it. And I deleted it for a reason. So what I did was I kept the file to myself and I started reading it. And I had the paper trail of all the email exchanges. DG Jobate, all that was emailed to my computer. Na DB Jobate la communication or JJ, where the auditors indicted that Senegalese tycoon Membe Alonko Banjul Development Project at Tondifang. The Senegalese man on you half Senegalese, half Yemola project or the Menda, Adam Baro Yemola project or the Kendingomena. The auditors indicted him and even recommended the police to do investigation. So when I got the email, but there was one mistake that was there. And thankfully, okay, madanga nying fenkebang TikTok is giving me because even live new report can ne. I think I'm an NPP call leba report kan alima ko jani bena live stop la. Okay, NPP call bena live report kan ale F on ma. They are not happy with me. So mistake clean nebe wo information o bala that could have actually compromised because source new found a mistake keje. Thankfully, then I spot out. I deleted it. Now better bring us here. Yeah, had him guy had him guy. Bring us here. Like 1 second, not delete Janiba screenshot. So that's why now, Janiba document here, I take my time a lot. Even this letter, before I shared it, I checked for any trail, whether it's got any stamp, whether it has got anything that could give a lead. Sorry. This stamp I was going to black it out. I'm going to blank it out. right? So we have to do the needful, Gambia, to redeem this country from this very corrupt administration of Yahya Jammeh. Me, when I come to Bantaba, I devote my energy trying to expose this very corrupt government. Lola Amajot Lenin. Because to me, we need to salvage this country. So I came here today to address the NPP surrogates. Nele Alonko, they are extremely angry about the leakage of this letter. Why are you angry? Your people are corrupt. Gambians, we have to look at ourselves. We got 2 ministers. Usman Ba, the former digital and infrastructure minister, and Fatou Si, former basic education minister, who were appointed by Adama Barrow illegally. Deglo and Mafide. How long? For 6 months? 1 year? They've been collecting minister salary illegally. They knew they were ineligible. They were not support. They didn't meet the threshold, the criteria to become ministers. And they sat. In Gambia, can do harm. I got this information from United States. The Usman Ba is an American citizen. Bufato CB, I don't know. But I was told by somebody that Usman Ba, American passport holder. Then when UDP MP Binyofi, Maneko Modem lacked a parliamentary question, and he told me I would ask the parliamentary question. When they realized that the long arm of the law would eventually reach them, they resigned. Why? Look of Ijar. Why can't you be like Alaji Usaino Dabo? When Barrow wanted to appoint him as vice president, Moneko, no. Under the constitution, he cannot be vice president. Why didn't Usman Ba tell Adama Barrow ne mom dual national la munota neka president, munota neka minister? Why was Usman Ba not doing? Why Gambian people like to condone this corruption? Why didn't Fatou Si tell Adama Barrow ne, thank you for considering to appoint me a minister? Why? Under the constitution, munuma neka minister. I know if Yankuba Dabo was consulted to be minister to be appointed, Yankuba would have told the government more minister because he's a British citizen. Need ku job limo wara neka se tahawai. Why Gambians, we just try to give path. Why are NPP supporters not condemning those people for being deceitful? Rather than gen mere Sehu Sedili, gen a minister bo hamne, warata neka vice president mujjal lolo. Adama Barrow also didn't do did not do due diligence to find out. Right now, we are in a state of limbo. Naimona said about the American and the American Ken Hamut. I'm not a National Assembly member. So if I get an American citizen, like she should not be a National Assembly. Yes, she's my sister. There are days that we used to talk over the phone, and I have nothing against her. But the law is the law. But like I said, somebody told me, no green card holder law. Can keep American passport, so I don't know which is which. But façon B dafa bari ci dëkk bi. Nañ leen taxawal Gambia ci dëgga. Gambia mën a génne ci coono bu mu nekk nii. There shouldn't be any if no but about that. So NPP guys, so leen pare bés bu nekk ngeen dem TikTok live. Di ma tudda as if I will lose my sleep over that. Right? I'm not going to lose my sleep over that. What you should be bothered about is what is the illegal things happening in your government. Lolu mo wara nek sen soxla. Ngeen am président boo xam ne dafa implicate boppam muy drive ak Senegalese bodyguard di wax ne kii mooma jëndal moto bu es pull a foreign business tycoon. Which president does that? Adama talks in moto bi ñu ko video, not even a Gambian security. Adama did divulge sensitive information to Senegalese bodyguard. You think President Diomaye Faye will do that? You think Macky Sall did not divulge information to Gambian bodyguard? Hey, Gambia, let's get the wake-up call. Ñun amuñ president. We have an occupier. President ya dañu wara ànd ak jikko boo xam ne dafa ara ànd ak our world bi responsibility. Ndem si yàlla Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara would never do such a thing in a million years because kilifa la. Tey suñu waxee ab mbiri Adama Barrow guy NPP jóg fole di mer. Another thing that I am going to address here then ma ubbi line si bàyyil di leen ñu wax ne ñun ak NPP 6 and 9 lañ man wax boobu noonu def ma dee naxar xam nga lu tax I'm going to address that here right here. Money. Most of you who are saying these comments on TikTok live see, wallahi, lu Adama Barrow offer Alhaji Ousainou Darboe su leen upon you would have accepted it because ñun Gambians si xamante nañ. Alhaji Ousainou Darboe was offered by Barrow ne mun naa nekk elderly statesman in that country lu mu bugga rek dina ko jox mu bàyyi ko UDP flag bearer bi mu offer ko ne dina refurbish all UDP political bureaus. So Alhaji Ousainou Darboe greedy comme Adama Barrow lu mu greedy. And most of you making these comments on social media. So Barrow offer them that then sa family bi dina ko def li sa family ñu bari waxuma ñëpp de ñu bari they will jump for it because we know each other as Gambians. UDP is a party based on principles, and that's why we said no to Barrow. When Barrow wanted to hijack UDP, ñun ñu dee si opposition ya moo ñu gënal ñu nekk Adama Barrow's toy. Naka Adama Barrow la toy di. Na yen ton ñamen na kano ñam ko mbam far. Man ni ngol ka me kon dam fu doron nombang. Dol wo mu santon ka mandi ka kanoleti. Ayeke ñama mbam far because UDP until we have a vision, we have a principle. If we are 6 and 9 with Barrow, we have been part of Barrow's cabal today. Then he would not have sacked Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, Demsi Yala Lamin Dambu Deba, and Alhaji Amadou Sane on one day, on all of them one day. Because we would have just told Barrow's line. Lulu moy 6 and 9. Well, you know, you then forget Barrow, but make a president in a topper Gambia's agenda. And Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, when he was in government, he complained about government vehicles being used for state tours. And he told Lamin Dambu Deba, because Momo Wali, I'm on a time when I call, don't use the Sefolu and Alkalolu to do propaganda for us. Because that's what we believe in. So where is the 6 and 9? Where is the 6 and 9? You just want to say it for the sake of saying it. If you want to say it for the sake of saying it, we cannot stop you. But it's an insult to us for anybody to try to put us in the same bandwagon with NPP. And when you say they said local government councils. Local government councils, see, some of the CEOs who are under the control of the permanent secretary, they are directly answerable to the permanent secretary. Why you want to falter UDP council to that? What corruption has Yankuba Dabo done in Brikama Area Council? What? Taliban should, apart from this visa thing, also, allegedly, they appoint Homeland, Bokam, or whatever contract. Apart from that, what do you have on him? Because Talib is born on the airways. If the government has got anything on him, let them take him to court. But there is Basa Area Council, NPP government, NPP council, they don't talk about it. I know the politics. Some people try to play politics, but we will not address that for today. Today we will not address that. So Taylil and Amal, we are here under the protection of Almighty Allah. Mono na nopi. Kan moy xamne man malik leta bi sen day no len da fa la fam bari nte believe ta alal la memone sila la bari nga bakari baji la letro lik fo ma fonte la nga lik adama baro la contract document bari nga lik ma fonte la nga lik son ka mone sila de dal alal la subhanahu wa ta'ala ni ala kili ngoy membe dada fengo fembe gambia tinyala ndati ji in as much as nga adama baro la government lafte ji ndef fitino kurukur la wo banko kam because I love the Gambia. I will never be here advocating for riots. I will never be here advocating for destruction of private property because that will be irresponsible of me to do. And I will not put any false allegation on Adama Barrow. And I will not put any false allegation on any of these ministers. That's why most often than not, Al-Kamoy, I ask for evidence. Lamin Sana Dahaba. 100 million on gamen for the audit report ole bala kon demaf. Ma tu malade. Audit report ole ko Sana Dahaba e mola $100 million so labaj. Iko in fact the National Assembly raised that why the President Adam Barrow office ma Cindy after they recommended that Inyantaka put on suspension. So na remarkable for moi, I want to address that here, right here. Dolem ko sehu sedili demo tribalisolity. I laugh. Gamiano dolbe ngamral kungol kaputale. Yes. Demo tribalisolity do ma feel like Olaf. This is the only platform that Anko will sit down here and do his analysis in both languages. Simultaneously. So my wife malaka Olaf buyagot madugo si sose. And secondly, Sidi Keita, is he not a Mandinka? Don't I criticize Sidi Keita? Just like I criticize Demba Sabali. Is Ibrahim Silla not a Mandinka? Go nalbe kumufola ala londi sila kendo ka wai. I criticize Mambure Njai, Mambure Njai domi olofla. Su fekkee dama don criticize Mambure, then ma baye di criticize Sidi Keita ko xamne suma mbokk la jaara la joge ñun ñoy jaaranka lañ. Kon I could be culpable of being biased and being a tribalist. Say who said it, that's not in my DNA. Sidi Keita domi jaara la sose la. Barke de mo Njai la wa fina Mambure Njai moko gen. So what is tribal in me? Then normally the people who invoke this, they are the very tribalists themselves. Dimbale len ñu man ma amul jot what tribe somebody belongs to, what I see your actions. Barke Dembo Njai la wa fine Demba Ali Jao momo wara nek chairman of IEC if I had got it my way because he's a decent person. Is he a Mandinka? Is Demba Ali Jao a Mandinka? You going around saying that Sehu said is a tribalist. You're just making a fool of yourself. And I'm not bothered with that comment. But I'm just addressing, exposing your ignorance. Your unfounded allegation in my person. The name of secondary scrutinize, I don't check Kontongo, CEO, region. I just look at your actions. That's me. I'm not like you people. I told Menko word Sifag. I told you believe soto. That's not me. Because later on you may alonko mbala kumo folateng. Minister of Finance, and now they are trying to fool us. But where's the evidence? You think President's office can request something from Finance and they turn it down? And I want to see evidence. Mava letter of forge the Finance. Allah rejection letter. Ko Alenin turned down. Ale President's office safeka for no, we're not going to pay this. Mava letter on you safalia back dead. Alia forged because I said it here. Because that letter would have been out by today. So Tamana funti tambalona to digger. Chief of staff would have said yes, but this amount was rejected because this is the letter. Ibasiala with the media. But later on, so that means that the money has been paid. There was no rejection letter. Finance, I work in government. Nimole request to finance, reject. Ike safele kafoko, this is rejected. Yes? Alamol you can the government. But where is the letter that finance rejected this request? Let's have a begin. So what that tells us, the payment was done. Common sense. 1 + 1 is 2. Nte what government, sometimes we will make requests and finance will say, no, they will not do it. I don't remember government ala nyininga. Mona nalman letter tandika for request was turned down. Kodo nyin jotale. Kodo nyin jota barola man sekondale. Alse Gambian ol fili, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya lo nemembe keri. Mamadi kurante boko lamoy. Mariam C. You know why Mamadi Kura lamoy? He is angry. He's a bitter person. Mo kamfari ngolo. Yala be kamfari monela. Biraning Talib Bama issue sort of commission out. What about Gishu Dimika? Abe ole samaka UDP. Because if Talib Bama could go see the it will like a UDP sponsor. Follow for go alaji conte like a UDP sponsor. Is koni alaji conte bon UDP to survive la. Yes. Barola molka foko. Ikoni alaji conte bon UDP will be dead. But UDP diaspora, we are here. Ndolte tabla jam. UDP mankodo soto. No, UDP party, UDP dingol leya party tamindi olale. Janjambure. Ndol UDP ke chapter. Otomo lamin konate be chairman yala. Ndol lenga UDP la congress on finance. Yin tormenta mitateng. UDP diaspora. Ndol lenga finance. So, you guys think UDP diaspora betalaga UDP te kodisotola. You guys are fooling yourself because ntolga na pati kanule. NPP atolu the day Adama Barrow gets out of power, NPP would be dead. NPP diaspora, have they ever raised funds? Ikoka NPP la makoi. Because Adama Barrow like a NPP bankroll. Another unscrupulous businessman. So legi, I will open the lines. I will take few callers because good enough. It's almost 11 o'clock in the UK right now. Thank you for watching. Those who would like to partake in this discussion, you can call through TikTok. Yeah, TikTok, you can join the request and come in. But Gambia, for you take Gambia, si dega. Dega rek la ñoo def. Ken amul doole. NPP amul len doole. Yaya Jammeh amul. Ki Adama Barrow amul doole. Yalla mo amé doole. So solemn file, you guys are going to silence us by sending your surrogates to threaten us with arrest. That's not going to keep us quiet. It's not going to work. Let me make that clear to you guys. It's not going to work. We are responsible. Ndol be janembe Angleterre menna cura jerte domola menna goto la alay men dilan salon ko wuro har jawti. We are not going to sell I am not going to sell my soul to this government. Atolu damalbe di amola jambi ninde ko se husedeli ko mbita NPP wala kumayata liye baro ya atolti atol me mediam ka NPP TikTok al kono jang because barola man sekunda inte approach le pour kan samba anonin I'm giving an example. Ninde ko lumena mesa on NPP will celebrate that. And you know that. You know that Baro would celebrate that. Atol me mediam kan TikTok jam baro entele value atolti. Yes. You will accept it or not. But inte nga fa mo le fi sa nga NPP. Because inte fono lan kon kana na fono newu. Wala na bring approach iko se wo sedele. Yen offer iko they want to buy my ticket. Ngata limbaro jakarlo ko man lolu parewuma. ñakuma ticket pour dem Gambia nak man ma gëna ñak ñep I'm the poorest person bari na ticket o hanimba a domandi na le ngamera man fo ticket o la pour kala Gambia dole ni fonyo ba dunta de alaji kijeralom kijara bismillah kijara bismillah ala on mute moderator on mute ala on mute abe mute re na de
yo mota mute re ne seko
edimbara
e mo kende
edimbara jato be nyaadi
mbijandron kortana talal nindo ko be nyaadi
mbakandro ila NPP kolbe kam farin kamade
NPP
ha
muna murad la bol la ba
ngo atol membe Switzerland limo mo be Switzerland al kol gena jang al ya fonyo jumalo adu boy
ndaba holalle
NPP sabada la dole be Swiss ka fay adu boy Swiss wala la TikTok name ti
ate malo membe keri katu nemu foroti ike toleke danne ba fala adu boy fenke to wala ki geranti kunne bolla ngal na sungulu mutal de na sun kanyolu
ge modale de
ngal na sun kanyolu mutal segu how many kullol membe dunia Gambia kono men ya lon ko wolle fa to wiata nyinde
ha
segu ñini amire be mo le silan la ñini mandar ñini kam mo fatiyan le fa
ha
katu ñini ngamire ñini mandari fambulo kon la de katu ye mira Gambia be en toro men kon la Gambia liptano fa hani bor kende te je baro na la mo kana si katapale ya bada de ba fla mo le ha yalo Ismaila Cissé o kay wo kay ngo hani Gambia da so le fa mo ke danko Sakatu Gambia digil kuntal bu kaw la moy Seku ibe men fo ka wolam tonyati alin the struggle must continue mbe men kan bidin na jaya jamme pondin be men kan bidin na kan Gambia di kunu jana Gambia di kendo nga Gambia non jele men ya lon ko i laftayla i mallafi la banko le laftayla jifo dam ma dornela mo be jele ya lon ala fana be bondi kany wotole wala tun struggle o nyim bang hani sai so abeda men na ya jele sai i man sensu de be men fola NPP ko lu maluta sai Kenya 3 UDP bundul haddal UDP fay wata men be fanko dada ibe million dada kan fa UDP executive o killing about
honey
muna ba tun ngale be UDP fa da bla je yalo membe islanding yalo usmani sonko ni mati sala tartate so UDP wala be islanding demba sabali ñol be UDP wala be islanding yalo ki defara ko wala be kunto because italiano ne ka fo ni UDP na te na kayro yo kun kiloni so itel be dame ki defara la ke na diam ko alkane dangu ñanta men kala dara ali no continuer Gambia di be la ñoo kandro nge ko di UDP government ni wonata tuma do be to ñaani fani be ko la ñoo tan yo NPP TikTok kaso nda mo dangun kan han wol dangun de ina do ku kendo ke be men na Gambia di turo be la le Gambia di be ina moy kan en kontro be la dole la ko ha ko fanko imar ngari yes IMF ko iko inyanda nyumolu banko la kullo adun tatenna abotaten nyimanke banko la kullo zede banko la sungulu men yale da mali nyo kumbembe kata gamben ko la naflo tay ke ba dun nakuto awanyarta police wala nyanta tele téléphone no danni bata men ya kullo wanyar ko banko din kende balati
wallahi
mbe duwale ye ala mo ala so simani nyanta kende yala dukare ni ben na moyla dukare ye kullo be je ya besin tindi nga ya jamme ke nyame na be fa ganke no nya ala so ala barka ba ke se
abaraka la jike jara thank you very much
thank you so much
thank you my brother thank you ngada bambas bije fo ila fa chance ila fatul la ba malon follow
ya brother le ngari fatul ko papier ya ma
okay assalamu alaikum baba baraka ba
ya baraka
okay se kunge konton enil la muy laal be parce que affaire te manque sunti ko e be arrest la pour
e konte ga adu boy ko ndenga letter sia me alon ko I have no access to that letter. It's a private document. It's malo nyari blah blah blah. Adu boy wagan. Hani atele man kalamuta bargambe go fen wol kalamuta ta. No, but another thing is, my sister, even the isen suno janne fan ya ni man se kuna feel ko ngaluati nya, they can even sue me here. Wallahi.
Alibe wanyar kan sefu du malo muneke tangin taman siro dia tan tenede dile ya jamme soto ya jamme la kullo nene man sutura kuma ni ka kullo tingi man ke kullo ni ka kullo la ko ni ya fe mo fen hana tare yenga nyela sti house aka finti la dunia bi ya kala muto taman siro la finti alama ala du yo kenye nyato tati ni ya koros ngata do ron to be kontanere net ni meni be
ngo bibo na sister yalla menen jele. Just before ngana banta ba mbe stroll kan TikTok rek mbenta NPP fo bara fo igla platform to fo bara jilo ngejeje do ko je ngame do ba fo kanko kunu bella may kan do mi rewla platform se ko sedi li ko atele ni letros se ko sedi li do kay ko be Angleterre la do kay ko be America la kay ko nono be Angleterre len ko mbe jele kan defan
se ko billahi na tara ko ka TikTok ke letro fo inyanta malo message ni yenta asen ni la grupo no c'est quoi yalla ni be tulun ke fawal yalla ka mi be tulun ka molla c'est ko ni man tara tulun ka molla ni ka tulun fa molla yalla mun de jakale mun molla problème oti so dan ko le be gambia no mo banse est-ce que to lo dan ko man tara no ma kasara la balla sumo kasara la be sira ka fu ñoy ko ñi be toña kam mo be mobile suñale be te sorona mo de million suñe be e a conditionnel kono du kara fo afa ñum kam ke wente ya mane ne to la ko du kara ay wala ndi ay su ta be abi de arrest la na ma ñu do afa e fa ngi tas la ya conditionnel mo de toña be ka ko toña la ko
Abaraga Fado Bada, thank you. Okay, Bambas ila fana la saying bamfo. Okay. Thank you. Abaraga. Wallahi.
That's Adam for you. More make a corruption of Kelly at a fight because Adam himself is the most corrupt individual in the country. Gambia bring coin for cattle. Mokije corrupt at Gambia. Adam boys who is Amira Foley and boys who is follow for it because what boy Amad ba bari ni wala
ngo ala mona la real name ti fo la adu boy mona la real name ti okay mbala bar bi nga jël na wena platform do la ko manke toñade aka manke baro bari ni moti ako asore ako ada ñi manka barenti Amad Ba
so min be wala min ko ime borbani marala bondi no ko ya fanya because you want follow people like you even though you don't have political party but you are protecting them. They don't even know. You know, NPP call me what they Yalango. They are a bunch of people in Yalango. They don't farm or sort of. You can't understand. Because honey man that can board, but what will be? logically if we get a look, you know, all who could be a who can do it. You are part of that. Our tax money. Ita da bige no da bige. Mo na da ho sunya ka da du ko na ko mi ala ko luwa ma sembo ya la praya ke.
Yeah.
Wai ka ile ko ayo ko do ko na. Mo do na ko right by ka ko ka ye ni mi tare ma na ka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you really okay? Taxpayers money. Mo ndi ko project.
Yeah.
Ka make sure ka kanya dubla wala ya ka pejel la ka dundi wala pejel la ko ya la ko. Among the overall interest of the entire country. More protect the deserve to be applauded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, more medical world, it will have go more than it's, you know, it tells you the kind of, you know, mindset in the world that you know their rights. Because it is a political party support now. Imagine like support who can be allocated very somewhat because you want to conduct enough from it. It is damaging every single taxpayer. Because when a woman try to take a nyab, even in the tax joke,
yeah.
Even a woman try to take a nyab. You've said it here, and that is very, 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 very important to Modiora.
Yeah.
The first family move in the old day.
Yeah.
In fact, in the old years.
Yes, yes.
Okay? Why would I recognize school? What if I la protection of and sponsor as your family?
Yeah.
Well, now my family doesn't make me say that. My exclude the family.
Go Bambas, Yalong, love them Adlaje. Yeah, Jame, we all very critical of Jame, but Jame Bama Namanan State House. Jawara Sadauda Karaba Jawara, my uncle, Ala mom was staying in Brikama. Every weekend, Beka Jele Jawara convoy Akatabama Konton Brikama. Jawara did not stay in State House. So they are not, Ila parents, they are not part of the first family. Yeah, Jame, that's why the late Asombi Boja never lived in State House. And I'm going to stay there.
Okay. Gambia Banco, Niman Gambia Mansakunda, more appointed as an ambassador. No, I still won't deal at a political family. You said it here. You want to look at that. Because they are not included. So, what I have to do is president in a family, first family, eating on level. So, I don't know. I send for the other overall proper include Bangola protection over one Bangola sponsored column. Okay? Logically, I mean ethically, I mean morally, I don't know when you have Bama Taka building months of dollar sponsored. You know what? I don't know how to put up a mass of somebody. I am somebody I am going to show. I don't know. No, whatever somebody is
Dole nata de Mariam for Mariam Tolom. Mariam is a mute bang. Mariam. Okay. Omar. Yeah, Amanda J.
Because he looked at the moral aspect of it.
And in fact, he could have asked for his houses to be refurbished, like the other vice presidents did. Yeah. Badara. Yeah, the dollar. Yes.
He used that opportunity.
Yeah, they did it. Ngamera nyimem fana mbije ngamera ay kafana ya kelede Mohammed BS Jallo.
So you see, so this is what I think. Yeah, do not for young now when you water because more the share. You come more from Mario, become what you did not be able 6 and 9 lady. I think we come find about the dollar.
Yeah.
You know, he's always speak about the UDP. Because the UDP was 6 and 9, the Yapo and the one who then this is a opportunity either I got the vice president or either I have foko yala kordata.
Inva they don't bambas ndol bebe tala yanda ka nyimban sakunda because be barola me o men dia da baro yamba kala le mfana nga palaso soto na tra yanda la mbe cool kala wolte bafla ni UDP man but we refused. Yeah. No, they yala manane kake is a political statement to try to stain UDP, put more far UDP. That's their agenda. But if Neko is a lie. But that's what they are trying to put more nyembu UDP like UDP in Barobe. It's just a strategy. We know it. We know that's a strategy. That will be my next story. Okay, Abaraka, thank you, Bambas. Okay, Alaji Kijara, it's a drop null and after if you don't mind, because other people want. Hold on, my brother. But Ibrahim Silala Konyari, hold on. Anti-system is next. Anti-system.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Fainala.
The Rafet Lucen program,
Thank you.
They don't go to Smile back. Why I'm on time to join.
Wow, Jerejef.
Why it was very interesting,
Thank you.
About this leakage document, mom. Li mom Gambians in Yepako were condemned.
Wow.
Like any book on a survey.
Diga.
The man Dama Nyana Kiko legal. The Mabus
Kubuga Rewamla.
Corruption, legally. Okay. Suñ xelaté façon yi ñaata ñoo am yu melni ñoo am ñoo xamné ligu di Gambian barina façon yi barina té is too much.
Yeah.
Li is very good pour Gambians yi xamné government bi bëggu ñu talo ñu yëremu ñu yëremu Gambians yi.
Yeah.
Yow Adama Barrow motu 5-6 months ago bu mu taxé fi foog naa Mr. Farmer's Tola I don't know. Fu taxé di wax né suñ lopitaani Gambie ñoo gën even bu America bu UK.
Waaw loolu la wax fii de.
su Adama Barrow taxay wax loolu si kanami Gambien si yëpp. Yow lan moo tax ngay jël taxpayers money di yóbbu sa yaay muy génn ak Gambia. te mu ngay dem faju yi Sénégal. gars yi lu def si leeta bi mooy check up la ngay wax.
Waaw.
tey kii bu mu ñëwee dafa contradict boppam mooy Mot Cissé. na bi wax biri lifin how to call it. Faju foofu noonu te leeta bi biri faju nekko fa.
Waaw loolu la waaw.
Mot Cissé bu mu génne dafa ñëw ba wax waxi faju yow da nga ne dañ wax medical check up.
Waaw.
lu ñoo wax rek Adama Barrow yaayam ñu ngi ko ñaanal wér.
Yeah.
yal na ko yàlla may wér yàggal ko fi.
Amiin yaa rabbi.
bokku si first family bi because.
bokkul fa de.
bu su génnee duñ ko fay padiem.
Waaw. Dëgga.
su ma ko si dafa bokk si first family dañ ko fay padiem.
Dëgga.
te Mot Cissé si boppam mu ngi naan waaw ñoom Sénégalais si bu ñu eggee foofu ñoo jël responsibility pour mbiri fajoom ak yooyu noonu yan Sénégalais ñoo jël responsibility pour mbiri fajoom ñoom ñu ne drivers si la gaay fay ñaari drivers ak escorts yu mu ànd ak ñooñu la gaay fay padiem foog naa everyday xaw ma ñeneen nit £200 xaw ma driver yi xaw ma 160 xaw ma ñaata pounds waaye loolu yëpp mun ta yegg 3.6 million 3.6 million dafa bari nga génne ko ci taxpayers.
Non ñoom ñu ne ñaari trip la anti system ñoom ñu ne 3.2 million ñaari te beneen trip bi secretary general ak some official ñoo dem Uganda. So let's say if you minus ñooñu seen expenses 1.7 let's say 2 million bi sa dafa bari pour Barrow living am bi. So loolu la ñu wax ñu ne lii ñaari trip la du benn trip.
Non Mot Cissé dafa dañ amul lu ñu wax rek ba pare soo gisee ñu génn nii tey di wax am na ko wax man ko doon seetaan fële ne gars yi ñu ne depuis kañ doo leen dee mun a am façon yi rek moo tax ñu dee génn di leeral waaye doo leen dee mun a am sax ñu génn di wax lii moo tax ñu ngi génn di wax fu nekk di dem coffee time di dem ay di call ñu ñoo justify lii moom scandale la maa ngi dégg mu ne ñu ngi def seen investigation bi nga xam ne dinañ seet kan la te suñ ko xamee du spend foofu sax 1 minute système
waaw nañ ko daaxa
ok man li ma bëggoon a laaj sax ndax ñoom am nañ right tamit ñii liggéey foofu ñu war a jël seen mobile yi di seet seen device yeeg yooyu noonu si man loolu du right it's not right pour nga war a ñooñu jël seen device yi
non bro xaaral ma wax la dara they think ne anti-system ni seen brain bi de su fekkee ne Sekou Sedili man I'm working at Stella for example ma jël dara copy ko leak you think that's going to stay in my gallery and my device within a second you think I will just leave that there
no surtout ma li confidence immediately dafa war a génne loolu si device
exactly
war a ñëw ñi liggéey foofu ñu nekk fa ñu ngay jël seen device because loolu food is a privacy
yeah
lan moo tax ñoom xam nañ ne ok ñoom amuñ luñ wax because of lii dëgg la ñoom confirm nañ ne leeta bi dëgg la léegi amul nothing to do ne ñu ngay dem a site kan moo ko def ak ay dañ amul luñ wax rek te lii yàgg naa am Gambia façon bii moo lig waaye yu bëri yu mel nii
you're right
ñii dañ leen war a génnee fii bro
jërëjëf anti system
waaye jërëjëf
thank you brother thank you for your contribution jërëjëf Omar you can come now Omar
Assalamualaikum.
Mbara.
Masa man nadia mo ko sa bagay akademik bagay.
Akadimin de.
Akademik bagay boy kiwa boy mo furi bagay boy bidla wala.
Kana nendiro ke dro nendiro mugala fu wala.
Understand ko ko rege bu understand ko street boy into fe ni masa ko na boy ni masa ko na mo fa du yala ko biama. La wala tala gawa every day mo ka fal di tawol every day mo ka iko da mamul di tawol la tala imasu kunda ko ge boy bu understand boy baro ka boy diga ka mo baro boy nyinga an da jira mo ay mo fusira mo boy dai boy nyimasu ko bita nyimasu ko dal mo nyimasu ko dal boy ibo mo karanta ibu ka foro kalanta na wala te boy ko rege fengo ma ada bahari
ibe mo la cordal boy la salaji ibe mo la cordal boy la ji salaji right now
nyala long ko rege nyala long ko ya dia lo fa panda be lo fa be ya be ko
yeah
lahu la han say mo to yi ko in the first time abe tu mo de apo de abe de illa wala talla
nga doma rek inshallah be be ala le Omar
de bu understand boy jangambe jam boy do ko nyami kan boy illa wala labang sam bidama sama da ko attack adana beji
abaraka bake Omar baye de ka kamfale ngebleta abaraka thank you ngada sister Mariam Fanankang abaraka ngada dola bijang ngabra wolete sabande ansu man ansu ibe nyari
yes Sedili
yeah je say fana jona TikTok le okay nyomi gol fana be TikTok understand ne saying hey the world is moving ya lan songole me mako ya TikTok account create ibe nyari alhamdulillah yeah manyoma nyama bilahi ibe nyari
seli ala baraka ba hen document minje alikten ko bo ni mboto diamola min kan de diam tan suwara kamala akami volonto nyati nyine likta ngaminje
ngamenje
nyin jelle bijeni yaron ko malon meji
wallahi tumanda siata
and UDP ning request kan ko independent investigation what the killer I mean this for family lifestyle independent investigators kan ba jiwe what the killer no it okay they will never do that would be the last thing they will ever do
yeah
bari ni ya malo warani minni ka fo adama hino baro bala fa baro malo mina baro ite be hinarin ikela hino ko nyami ite wuluba wala jararo ite mo go bondi no ya tarifa jobala
wallahi
kamman sakunda la ko do sunya ka kana ba jarawo onyo manya sifa
amalo wartal de
adumen tumo mandi ko adumen tumo aka fanya no ko ikan ko do min be ka funyo ko mun because ntolu ke especially ntolu man fen soto ala kola min tamere na wulala especially wulala muso ite wuli kemelu every month
ke jo wallahi
pour kate ba jarawo ko do le ba wulen ki won wala ka de hinu ba ite be hinu le jamal
ma jahlo warra
amon ta dron ko me bulle kam info yeta wandi ko do sunya re ko do yeta simendi ko do keme saba sanji ya di jamel lolalla ya foko kariya karaba kala afre man fen kata wonni ko do yewleta nim mol min fon kata makay ka barolen sama makka barolen sama baro tim mo sama makka baro it can never happen so nim mo ko di to gambia no la fen to lebu jati kende ya mon so gambia moli bije min ya lon ko hani April 11 bingi la molu mo ibe diamu kan news iko ye sideline o moli bije o dindi moli bije funding tiel ibe lanjurla imman sakunda ko do belani baro ya nya anara man sakunda ye nya bi they don't want to care about those people ye bula je wonya ibe torani nilla online dj mo jelle kana online looking for help pour kada jararo mo jelle wolbe banko kanji ibulo me ko be wila do ko be kolari bulo ya kende amon so no man sakunda be sirnya kasila feren ka fo mo le ko Gambia la health service and health service like here in America imanyoda sai ite ke ba sike ka samba Senegal dalil jama'a
amalo fa la wardo
yes and it was $60 million in fanali ala wo fana ali wala ni kama ni ata health service school adungi do ko do lon koy parmi no may la ngame ka ko Gambia la health service e billion do de ko ako fay wala dum di jewa
mun wala wo fo ndebuga de la moy saying ko batata le saying talin on saying
it's high time for Gambians to know that. No, Vice President Nata Deputy Nyati I've been OIC to plan. Business you more better contract and Pukana. Yeah, maintain Kaiko. Give us their names. How come you cannot remember their names? At the House of Parliament, Keba Panim Koko Minyami with that position. A court fabricate from Kanaka, no Munya, the home for me around which was founded all the time. You must upon that anything they say. I don't think
more Cicero, more Cicero. Yeah, more Cicero had been in support of APRC. It all for toy tak. They were always loyal to the status quo. He was supporting APRC, and I bet he even wanted Jammeh to win than Adama Barrow. But Berin change Kelarek. Yeah, I joined the Barrow. They just opportunities already. Football in your tack. Yeah. 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 Okay, Abaraka. Abaraka nga call us Dolphinanta. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abaraka back. Let's now go to Mariama, Sister Mariama.
Assalamu alaikum Sehu.
Yeah, Mariama Nyadi.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, be oil network ko bere adal. Wolunga bambete ade. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Abaraka. Sehu
mbenta topico nyimmen be fetanting a very interesting ta seko then first of all after me for le ndoro comme kunun napa yin godomi rewla programme on yinto wo boyo min ka fako ibe arrest la
yeah ado boy Swiss
yeah ado boy seko yalo nin hada badimo ma ala right so long yalo min mara right akadiamule dron akadiama kunlefe ubuka alonga bebe fola yo dol bije yalo mina muina right ubuka to nya fasano ubuka ta hada badum mi yanka ubuka to nya fasano itibuke bula ofe because ni bula ofe te ton kaletle because it only male be min kala bar adama baro wol ka pus nyaw nyal bal ko do ni apus wol ka fane hane okay no kuma nyana kala so maybe it only malo bar adama balon na adama ntebe duwala nteka duwele bake adum billahi biri ni leta findita iko itele ni leta bodde nga ala tentu bake fana duwate ila al makamu walin londo alma ala ya lafa ila banku kano min be jato kon alma lafa kula kala ndaka ta ko maybe to nyani kan alme
amen ya rabbi amen ya rabbi
sebu ani min fana ya tinna gambe ko nyaani leta ni alma ala ya jo
même fo ngay letaro ñim bonde système o kono
alma
ala ya protect
ya alma masakala ya makoy aya protect ay evil soul bela be ñindi ndido ñindi la yara bi alma ara masakala ya kalandila alquran baraka because banku din kendo la mat se am na brother soul be mi fo kan who knows how many corrupt things adam baro minke
wallahi
ala family la ko no mini funti tan ka woleje se ko jamali ya billion jelle adama yi wole sunya ka dindala family la ko to mini ya ko manya na kala
tonya
jomali ya lo
too much
bari adama se loko gambia ya president jawara bijela mane ka fatala ya potaje wota kutale woman na against ate ya jamenata we min beke abe futita fate adim amad banyola nala modiye ya la ani sani konnalo ning sani ko di mesangol ye deka bari a salon ko be ba funtilande ibe nyimmin be ki kan ko dalu sang ko dalu tamola ni son ni fengol deka kuriya be be fitla be fika awlande problem tala time o binala il lumonata ibe ni misalal munati ne yo kuriya loke
kurobe ko ilal
ya wote bayla adama nyanta min lonna do min bote jang ndebe min na palaso to woy muneke nu janta nga muneke wala so anyante mi la wala ka meta nyaaw nya ko meta ko la ba bola ji
wallahi
hanni ngatala ya adam baro la fale nate bote ja dingo bulo muta sindin kunto hana lafta wala dingo tutulaji ada dingo bote ba dingo ko dingo le ba te ko tibol
wallahi
andu ko ko wota possible nol so wo man ke bi tabante se hunde be gambia ko le dane kambake se hu gambia ko nga sinobula definitely nga mbulo la di nyola nga gambia bondi because nim mambulo di nyola ata possible nola abe ko yala yo ani gambia ko nde ngalo ko UDP da mamanke opposition oti coming isa falla patira mamanke opposition oti I mini opposition le be gambia ko mini yalon ko yesembo soto mini manke isa falti o ebe oda patilti yaje bari nyanta ngambulol tinyola o da party diwo party bawo be ngambulol ke kilwoti na join together na nyaton ko li yalon ne nyanta ko le kala nyame so kafuko mini ka mi kafuko de laftale safale de laftale mama kan de laftale alin na kebal bula nganna kebal bula woli yalon ne be ko kala nyaade min bi ka kan di normal way la party diwo kala party bakan bari toli yalon ne because dole tambita no ni tol sita itoli yala ni ma ke no nyame ye anodo we so ba kala nyame so bari gambia be ke ngane kilo ti ban sebo adama baro bondo ngamira be easily adama mu kurumbati be sebo adama la normal ko mi de ba ko ma wol wi ketale kuriyat because mune asabo wol man min so no yaya jabe buliri ibe wol so ka adama baro
tonya
ibe wol so ka gambia la so na fa ko so wona fanying puru wakana kumpu wol be la lebul bes la try le besu nyaro kala anyway la ibola try anu gambe digol te sonna de se ko gambe adam baro na la mon nyanta no gambe digol mbe ngal niole la silande
tonya
ate possible la gambe adam baro be wuli la by do or die
inshallah
abe wuli la because mon nyanta gambe mol batata adam se ko mani boto $3,000
wallahi
mani boto 2,000
yeah but adam ko mani boto 1,900 leti
inka wala fo itika ano up to 1,700
1,700 ati ole fo
700 se we take a load dunia kono mani boto 3,000 sadam ite kalo ka ko mani boto jita 1,700 what can bomo tiba
okay
mudi ni toraka anu yaya jame dinga dina wuli dala wuli wato masaka la yasindi ataka ni kuma sifa da male fo na e minfo wuli bulo le ko wuli da te dala wuli ba dala bari sewo adama nyantal nako ate lafta a kuru yale min kala election dala takel ni wo botaje Gambian ko ya kata bake sewo le wala ning akani tora ningaje mol katala lori mbenyo politique party ni ndamal benyo tinyala aman nice
aman bete
an tulle nyanta kala bakle fakle dibi yo to nyanta min kala la wolo adama barot not be kata nyong politique party do to nila anun ko wala jin social media biti lo nimmi wulta da UDP momo wulta you come to UDP lo wala edit
yeah nga tambi wala ngalong katalbe ke kan design pro sifal base stop so hopefully inshallah we gonna focus nga focus baroka
focus baroka
yeah
focus na barole kan na nyatlim barola nyanta barole kelela
yeah
barole kelende kal barole be gambia tinyata barole koleare jio fo mas to gambia do borol mas to gambia nimba mankirin gambia is just too much no to the headache la so adam baro nyanta nako abanta bulla bantale gambia digol paretal anum paretal diaspora be paretal gambia digol paretal adam baro be wullad adiyate yakuyate be wullad ala de barke be wullad
abaraka sister Mariama Cham Spain abaraka thank you for your contribution saying Omar Usman Ifanonsina
assalamu alaikum
wa alaikum salam
ka brother se ngi kondo
enembara
ka ngala mo la fo nan kondo minul be santo anu minul be du
abaraka
seko ñun dunia kono kuma kam fula be kere anu ñun kuma kam fula kono fay ci kilim fo wala mo ñinti fani ya fo wala tonya fo isa do ja se fani ya fo bit lola ala hajo jara science am bari fani ya ñu lota ñela
tonya
isa tonya je abe fani ya kelela asata sani jama wala bani lu ngam tonya lota mo be la kasewo aramboro ba fola wato men wala Gambia health system warning American and UK compare la o mamme mole bulo ko signola iko mata ka men foto nyale mo bari bi fo ay men ko foto nyale mo foto nyande ban
sa mol be na da le ko to nyante de
sonde me kono kun kono tanto sonde mo la ka do bi nata ko health system woni ngal be diare bi mamira safo ko ata ba ma nyande fintla bantla ay ta kadiya afan jube
tonya
ala jare cendala system mo be nyande mari bi asembo man trantol menul la bi ndol bawulu wolta ke nola
tonya
karo bayring arambaro ay memuta ko wala monse yadi wala nyindi ngam fan ko to da yaram antol ka tamu sero jam fande njaga fon jaga fondol ka njaga fondol njaga mo munedi montra man da sibul savandi Gambia self employment abi wala ndum da self employment mala dia
adam baro
ay how many million sika di no wonala partner la fonda bu kanyum foba so woni jamal lebe caring mo me alon ko ite bu ko dalas tamo dino kunun ko bi kalo ita ke modi lo la kilometro
afale ka woli wolol di
nyante re mari nyante kisi la nyaadi lam Sako fumo me along ga mantara mararing kafola mantara mararing satela kaba mararing bankola
amalo warra
wotin yar sifali be kering moni be loring e ko wolo tay ka sembe bi yandi min ko fundi da wato men na motel fundi da me along ko atla kampo di wolo lemo e ko ka bagle
ngejele bi fo be live
ngado fo lamo ko ha yudi bin ko lebe nyin ke kan kambe ni rawde pour que to la fonko nyin ta ka no kela patio yen to tinya dalo kuma kan do je ni mo ba fo kan afan kan nan kan fo to nyanteng anda ka fo men le ka lon ko to nyanteng bar sai ni ta mari la tela samala la tela dingo la samala sai ta mo fere la tela pour yo mari bondi ite nyante mira la wala
yeah
bi mo man kate fa UDP sama se UDP jale
yeah
ite bere miro la fole ye kan wasi ka yala UDP kolka bar imam banko karfa UDP la
to
ye men karfa UDP la wala area council len council wali andun taw ma fon la ban foti nyaro be jira
iko wala fo ko tinyaro le be o fanan to ko wala fo ngoy baral evidence ol samana rek
tinyaro men
iko commissioner ka men fo je
men la commissioner le men fo de jembe lo o moyle ni man kala ya angale ka moyle
yeah
andu ni tanu gogul ya saji ba be jila ni mari karanda ni mari man karana samba ko abayon ko ngamo la do be social media ka ko je gogo dugare no gambela nyin tabi nyeje ba gala do fintla yo ma di sakare yo no daje bi ni men ko to lewti fon le fanke to lewti
to na
ni men ke tan men di fon le fanka de par fon be social media la me alon ko evidence sol le mo me alon ko ite fon se sino le ye fankare ndala yalo membe tama ke la banko kam fo mo kam min nyosa ba men foto nyande
wallahi
bari aje no man ko ka fo men ko mal la fa ko la fe no ya mo do je te ni me fanka no ta mo do kanu no banko mbela dendala fo la fa ya bank fe ma fa ya bank bari ila na mo la ka jo banko kan
to no
fo indirect lam fo direct lam bank ila na mo la be jo kanji so ko to ni ku na me alon ka boda banko masa ke wala karola wala boda banko masa kunda la karola ila nyanto ni yego yeto ya sabatindi
to no
bara manke nyindi ko no belo to nyame sabatinde be te fanso miro la sambal na yala
to no
andunia je be kate fa la moyo dalilu la ne kate fa moyo amko ko ko la takar
yenyim belon ne my brother yenyim belon be tawnte yalla do
dawna san la police ko la samana yalla ndi na mon nya fa e buleno me kate fa yi ni ma ka nyama ye bondi je bari yudi pibe ni banko no me no sanni jelo la police be correctly fonde chance kan ro banga di yudi pila banga ju be ba
jalo wato abaraka brother abaraka
ndesi
di amo bebe de ari
ya isala fi mo la nyane bari ngamre be la fi fo la ka tambi mo
tonyo
yo so ni na yudi pisa mo na ma ka nyama
nga bonde je yeah obviously abaraka ila di amo bebe ala bake. Thank you so much mbe program on kumfala janne sai ngalon ko katabe bete ari, but it's almost 90 minutes to midnight in the UK, and on some of those quality in Tolmanke Adama Barola multi mealanko we have access to kodo mealanko ka puju panjan dolka doko kan doko tarola kan do mandingo men so balu wala so faga da doko la sama mo Friday leti but ingo nangana jang rek nga katake nga kola sol be appreciate melbe bantabala Facebook, YouTube and in TikTok right now mo jama dunde be jibe rola balbe tendola, but nga message bless to jam mealanko anata right now in regard to this issue. So I just want to share that with all of you. Now, feedback, the Gambia government has commenced the investigation. So let me tell them that I'm a step ahead of them. And I'm in the know, just like Bakari Bajila's situation, Bakari Bajila's situation, they try to do investigation in terms of later on in Liktanyame. But obviously they could not establish how the letter got leaked. They tried everything. They will not. So they have launched this, they have started this investigation, and I'm aware of it, and I'm aware of what is going on. That's where I'm going to stop. But mbeme vola barola man sekunda wala nyintiko. Funding alien more falsely accused. But you will not have any document, no trail, because somebody has laid this out. You will not have that. Let me tell you, you're just wasting your time. Okay? So save your energy. Ale banku doku, ale bonin ku nonsense or la melealonko. Near cook and mem better. Like I say, responsible governments around the world protect whistleblowers. In Parliament Sobeata, they would have enacted Whistleblower Act. Mansakunda miko yo denga jub. Isenayatale. Ite atol galbo musulme dingol leti. Alinyanta mo kendol protect but not going after them. And nal tata anybody after nala mansakunda bota jay. Atol momo action ke we gonna bring it back on you. Allah mansakunda te tula jam for foul. Nale momo falsely implicate because Amarie Bankoleje. Then alalongo, that investigation will be on you guys another day. If you think your government will be in power forever, you're fooling yourselves. There is no government that will remain in power. Where's Macky Sall today? Macky Sall ma Usman Sonko mutajanga I have frame. Ka tumiro lakang. Chief of Staff Mor Sise, Adama Barrow, Inila Mol. Where is Macky Sall today? Macky Sall, come in Nimboro men for Tonya like a labam. And in Tonya Lebel Labana. And apart from this, there'll be other leakages. Leakages all bekelale. Now for Ibrahim Silla in the last time, better the day of coffee time. Ako man sekunda ba stop lale. Man stop the lebam. Alinyanta men stop la al kurial stop. Wala solution odi. Nale kurial stop. Albe se who said li deindi lale. Ale UDP called deindi. Gamenol be balo na UDP lan la ñoo waxati. That's the best solution. Ni Adama Barrow be kuku kala ni luwaeta. Alkana system of abuse. Yaya Jammeh le sophisticated atolti. Ni intelligence lo Yaya Jammeh le intelligent Adama Barrow to military because Yaya Jammeh mu soldier role tinu. Yaya Jammeh intelligent. Yaya Jammeh, there was a time, let me share this thing with you guys. Information no kaliki Yaya Jammeh man sekunda I borderle so that you know what Yaya Jammeh did. Yaya Jammeh grabbed the back of it. What Yaya Jammeh did, Tunko Mare Flabion call. Yaya Jammeh begging Tunko Mare Diamol and so share with you. That shows how Yaya Jammeh was still. But with all that, it didn't work. Tunko Bismillah, Mina program of colors, but you can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, you must kunda nyanta memfaham la. Yaya Jammeh la mansa kunda complicate nyaunya. Ahasta akoleata. Moli yalon ko yuko kemi muda. You know, kata kaspoto wala ma ada domam binti saya wala ke taraji wala bala jata dimi kola. Bar wonyonya mulbe kaiful bondike be fankanta kan document on the so ni mansa kunda me yalon ko mansa kunda mente falato. They are very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate in the sense that information access le common lifestyle nyame.
True.
Ni ku keta within seconds strong. Barola salary slip
Wol fundidalen. Nyadi. Inyade fon jini gala wol.
Okay, this is phone way. They may understand you know, in nearer the time, there'll be a lot of leaked documents coming out from this government.
Of course.
From what I can gather, there will be a lot of leaked documents coming out from this government. Okay, but in Masakunda Seku, in a mansung reprimand, so remain soon funtindi. Aya tenkering inena ma reprimand munati nete sumutala pulola o yala
no ema lafi la kuriyal ka funti. That's how deceitful these people are.
Yo minister kumandi fo babu kar sonte boy tolom bang. Ni ke babal ka kumu fe ka diamu ko sangilu dindin ka diamu nyame.
Ngo tungo nanga haklo brani for Ahmad Bama Najang ako Kamalo file is missing. How can it file government file this? How did that government go missing?
Ako funde forestry fana document on the hansa e momo Kenya lon. Understanding coming for so file of the funding all anyagani NIA computer men feel it again ngamire bota kalamale
yeah
okay so ndem for la jan se ku ay african program ngala mo le ganjanu nyantan hakilo tula modol to packet ya je se ko hadama din ite bete ya no la e kuru ya no e be kilin netala se ku for me I remain to be good wala tunambuka bataro ni kufuri mbuka ni kukendo nyami ite bete ya la le wala ite bete ya bali ite bete ya bali ya no la ya fo ite bete ya la na dudu jamu yi kunu ni kaito na kuoto ako meye ni kaito bondi komisi bulanwa normal ya jibe kaito fundita social media wato menna ndebe tarla ngin dulanne minister ya fonte ko ila telephone naji wolu bekkelo kala fo police wala na arrest office ko wolu no be do ko bulana because you have no right kadum tele telephone ko no kibaro janjanta nyamen ku kurum wala keta nyanta fonte banku din kendo wala ngin kaito fonte abiyen men fo ni masa ndabe bannale ye mira parce que sallay mol mel muta e sindi dula kirin afundi ta pale ko wala sita no adama yaya jamme pati men na mul sorong ay sorong tanji saba o pati la mul yo moment tombon wala ta yaya jamme bongo mata kuna se ko ni example wol bebe laari mul nyatelo la han say mul man tara karan kan ya na tiara si revolution on dele yaya jamme la sheku jallo nata ko yaya jamme kay ko tumul tambanyo len ni misande nani masaya ko adama baro has to be very careful se ko non de ba dun la problemo kono problemo me yalon ka babu kinna faya
no yalon dudu jama menglong ante malo de amoy dudu ja things more everybody dudu ja ought to know better dudu ja talks ante I'm an idiot look ndega bakari bajela leto soto 2 weeks abembulu janinka sea 2 weeks abembulu. So if Duduja thinks that the time it was shared on Yamol Kumani, he's mistaken. Did he know when I got this letter? Did he have a clue?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, but Minister Nifana Biria Kumani program I meant for Biria Ninka Adam Obama la Nishankola when you move to Oman toilet.
Exactly. Later on from there. Yale they are gullible. They thought I received this yesterday. Ndemange, I'm not dumb. Ninga fengo so mboka sia mboka korontungo ite you know me, I take my time. Fengo katrante bulle and jama fanjani be fengo sia I look at it nga jibele ngana time ta manke nga jump le nga fengo so restrict abenga sia. No, I don't do that. So Duduja doesn't know me. Duduja doesn't know me. And secondly, I take a name for them that's not going to expose these people. What Duduja should be doing? The wrongful act, anyanta wole condemn la. But let them do their investigations and see where it is going to lead them anywhere. Tungo, iti amana for more mood of all TV. You need a whistleblower. You think you're going to keep that on your phone even for 5 seconds, 5 minutes? So in Sontaka Memfo, Ndela Tungo is muted. So Memfo la lejang. Tungo Tungo muital na pareta like you'll finish what he's. Yeah, you can finish what you're saying. You can finish what you're saying.
So people are not idiots. Yamu the parese imari yamu right less of whether do not the telephone you are jumale or semodila.
No.
Hanya long song mayin kaipo sea. Even you marry reprimand for the by do kola pari. Kiti o fanna jumale bi aya jela la banko na fulo le betinya tang silanta yakang daji kanta yakang ay wala je wala na ay banku di yakendo ta ay yin kay to ta yasir asia gamba diwle ka lon kon alla banku kay masi fale biye ate kamen fo babukar boy kamen fo ka fo access to information c'est ko access to information mo kibaru bigele o information o bigele te banku di bita damen yeta mansa kunda na bundal to e ko lafta nyin kibar kari le jisotola but jumala ngene be milana ko adama baro bama e be mo na 3.60 something million dollars itala pour wala jaralo jomdo
no ni leta man lik non gambe no talo no ka ketale fam
ko mi tan gambe jumala be sila ke mira nyinda ko adama bama la jaralo se ko adama le nyanta bugo bulala
adala nyanta finance la completely
adala nyanta bama la jaralo kala fondel bañol dum ndel bañol se ko fol man nyana man sa kunda jaralo so la ba adama le lo ka janga ko jamdela jaralo be ko ko american ni angleterre be nyame ay jamdela jaralo kilimandi ko yatara ni tata arbe bibe mo tara la be la lo abe la ngay fa no fena be la banko
wallahi
atele ofo so se ko ni ayatara ko nya adama e men fo wala be abe sabatiri wala nyama gambian na jarali bunda be bete yar nyako American Angleterre fonte la prime minister bala dimba bondi la jande ba samba France jaralo la bam
yeah
ate okela because la jaralo is standard na jaralo is standard so gambia do nyanta menjela say nyanta silale ngam fan calculate ngam fan jibe bang man sa bunda me $40 million ita ya la nyokan e komata konte le banyul fututa isinin tani minister men kuranta ngata jara bar senela men be nyamina be daban dum sabala be balula karola no kuranta
tungo mana ma 40 million of increase ban ngamra increase to 60 million
no sa ya increase le mon koren budget on no bar ya increase le so ganda dum nyanta silale ngamira nyinna bang ka jibe unati na donyanta jaral kendo so do from in itself is discrimination because mo be nyanto so ba be right so jaral no tole nise kusasa te nyant man sakunda nyanta jarala nyame ninta sasa te nyanta jarala wala nyama
true
so munya batin na musu dantang lu jonglu be sembo so la jaralo so ka tal be modol jongla kuna nyanta sabula
akam fa
so ko nyin ko be ko MP pin ko le tat MP pin ko nyanta silale ye fangi
no wolde fa mol diwela
nyanta silale ye fangi be se ko is not about me and you then member man sakunda access against kan intelengan na nyanto lonne par MP pin ko te silaba ya jibe bang membe tama kan banko kan fangi ne nyanta tama la bang itel jumla suto so itel kam ne mira o to se ko.
Yeah, Abaraka Tunko Marena, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I'm not collected Tunko Marena, but I will feel on your MLA program. In fact, I'm going to have cancelled Lofton Memfolan Jang. Method may use. I'm not going to help this government to know the same method. Not from me. I'm not going to empower Barrow government because you can't platform all they will deploy the same strategy. So I have changed my mind. I'm not going to extend. Jame was a very smart individual, okay? And that's what Jammeh used to minimize the leakage of documents. I am not going to help you guys in terms of implementing the same strategy. Because I'm a military man, I counterintelligence use, which actually worked to some extent. It didn't completely stop the leakage of documents, but it minimized it. But Ninga Fojarek, Barola government, they will go and start to imitate the same thing. And that intelligence Sidinjai doesn't know. So don't worry. Don't think that Sidinjai knows the strategy. Yaya Jammeh kept that strategy with him. He's top in a circle. Okay? So, and Ntolmo information also to go. And I method use I modo muda. I modo another modo realize ko wale kale slowly. So, but Yaya Jammeh manta yalo nyunu kawe this government, they are very mu banana mal mu nyaadi le de manke man sakona sobeodi yaaje man sakona ni be ku telephone you don't come out in the open e careful you see ni abe ku telephone sometimes you beside the closed doors yela ferol la ndi yafo but it will mu kawe wolati because ninki for start ko we are going to do investigation yaaje me man ta platform ta ko be investigate yaaje me yala military knowledge I only use to try to And that was a very, very good strategy Jammeh did. And that's how you know that Yahya Jammeh monkey idiot. If anybody thinks that Yahya Jammeh is not smart, Yahya Jammeh is extremely smart. Okay. And some of us, working on the media too, we got brief on that strategy of what Jammeh did. And through that, I model suspect. Fire, I trail, another Omari Muta. But Yahya Jammeh did not form a committee. Let me tell this government, Yahya Jammeh did not form an investigative committee. Yahya Jammeh did what he did to do. And I'm aware of what he did, but I'm not going to say it here. Ninga Fojarek, Barola government will copy the same strategy. And anything to empower Barola government, they say who's a limbam farntakela. Do for Janal copycat solid. So the best thing is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect all the whistleblowers in the system. And non Melbe GRA Lombang, Melbe Gambia Ports Authority, Melbe Minister of Finance, Melbe State House, Melbe Alonko, Albe in various departments of the government, keep doing what you are doing. Okay. Albukal Famal Nidinka, Allah information on Melkata Watson Gambia, Kalik Nyadile. Are you going to forward that investigation also and stop that? Allah information on Melkata. So say half that election all today. Njelete ko NPP ngoli for 5 million the request iko sulata wala kara campagne wala. Nyamaga jele kudi ko dara si million lulu. NPP la Banjul ko they want to go and campaign, so NPP executive ko 5 million siatali hani mo invest in Max before ma lebe jele dila way sen waxtu la yen wa Banjul nek half day lek len ci baro just a mayor council seat election they said they need 5 million Mirigam yamo legi ni ma la fe jele la foy jele dorom because ni itol fana na tereto la sita tereto maleka tereto fo nyaade surwa kamoto ila tereto la sita. So it will be from a couple of millions of dollars from Barola government. So they to go on in the program of Banajane. Following Nata. Have a great weekend, all of you. Until we meet here again, please if you line Bantaba. So we will keep you guys informed of what is going on in terms of all these developments. Melbe. I remember one time for na evidence of dole Siano Jam. Barola government, Yamuneke to State House. Itata State House la registry. Record flight. Now we're going to get like a petition to create, que falling. Puruka, it will ever go, okay, that will minimize the leakage of documents. State House. Ngeleta leo fo go dega na Barola mansekunda desperate tele. Bara la baraka bakala masuto kairo siala. For the benta jawati dol. Thank you. Good night. I told me on Facebook, TikTok. I'm going to end this.